The spread of bird flu in livestock is hitting consumers in their wallets, with egg prices soaring. While there's no evidence of human-to-human spread of the virus, the federal government says they are watching the situation carefully. Here's ABC's Ariel Reshef.
Tonight, the country's bird flu outbreak is creating egg shortages and sending prices soaring.
I couldn't believe it. We just bought eggs, and they were like $11, $12.
At least 36 million egg-laying chickens have been killed in recent months to prevent the spread of the virus. Workers on this Long Island, New York farm are euthanizing nearly 100,000 ducks after bird flu was detected there.
We need better surveillance on farms. We need better surveillance in the livestock because we need to know where this virus is spreading.
There has been no evidence of person-to-person spread, but at least 67 people have been infected and one person has died. And Jha is urging more testing and vigilance in communities where livestock has tested positive for bird flu to ensure it's not spreading more widely. Lindsay?
Ariel, thank you. The spread of bird flu in livestock is hitting
eggs.
I made a list of things that are going to be more expensive starting February 1st that you might not have thought about now that the president has announced his tariffs. If you don't know what I'm talking about, starting February 1st, there will be a 25% tariff on all goods coming from Canada and Mexico, as well as an additional 10% tariff on all products coming from China. I'm going to start with Canada. They're responsible for nearly half of all of our wood and paper product imports. That's all wood products, plywood, particle board, books, paper that we get. Half of all of the things in this category are from Canada. We'll switch over to Mexico. Video displays. 80% of our beer that we import to the United States is from Mexico. So that's going to be getting 25% more expensive. We have refrigerators, air conditioners. The majority of what we import come from Mexico. So expect those to get more expensive. All right, rapid fire. 66% of all chocolate that we import comes from Mexico or Canada. 56% of tissues, like that you blow your nose, come from Mexico or Canada, with the additional 23% coming from China. 38% of all cars are imported from Mexico or Canada. 62% of cereals, 76% of imported frozen vegetables come from Canada. 72% of baked goods come from either Mexico or Canada. 79%, for my video game people out there, come from China. So all of those things I just listed, basically, you can look it up. I looked at oec.world. You can do country to country comparison. You can drill down by product and just see petroleum. That's our number one import from Canada. I didn't even talk about that. Go look this stuff up. Things are going to be more expensive because, remember, the companies that import them are going to be paying. So if it's a U.S.-based company and they are importing these products, they're going to pass that along to you. And if it is a Canadian or Mexican-based company that are importing into the United States, yes, they are going to have to pay for it, but they are still going to raise their prices to compensate for that cost. I made a list of things that are going to be more expensive.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, honor, and power that's due to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Kakadash. All right, double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, those who rule well and I learned this truth from. Salutations to the brothers stiffly pushing this one truth, and all sincerity and diligence, risking a lot of times and freedoms to do so. All right, and shalom to the rest of the elect as we all await the second Exodus coming quickly by the hands of Lord Yahweh Shah. This your brother Kagabar. All right, and things are about to get a lot more expensive. All right, under Trump. Okay, things are about to get a lot more expensive. And evil times are about to come on this earth, man. All right. And, she pretty much broke it down for you, going into these particular tariffs that Trump has placed on these various countries. OK, China, Canada, Mexico. All right. And I want to look this up because Canada is threatening to cut power. All right. To America, Babylon the Great. OK, there's a certain percentage of oil that is imported here from Canada, man. Matter of fact, let's just click on the news. All right. It shows that Canada could cut U.S. energy supply in reply to Trump's tariffs, man. You see these articles pulled up. All right. Ontario Premier says Canada could cut U.S. energy supplies in retaliation for Trump's tariffs. Now, let's look this up. All right, how much oil, all right, is imported to the U.S. from Canada? All right, it says in 2023, the U.S. imported about 4.4 million barrels of petroleum per day, This made Canada the primary source of petroleum imports for the U.S. Wow. So it's another example of this place biting the hands that feed them, man. You know, this place doesn't produce anything. You know, everything's outsourced. Everything's imported. And so you're at a time to where Trump, you know, is hitting all of these different countries with these tariffs, man. With these tariffs. And what these tariffs are going to do, like she mentioned in this video, you know, if these U.S.-based companies, all right, and whatnot have to, you know, pay more to get those particular goods imported, then they're going to have to reflect those costs on the consumer to make up the difference, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, China, Mexico, Colombia, that one just went out. You know, Canada, you know, getting hit with these tariffs, then it's all going to backfire on the American citizen. All right, let's look this word up real quick. Let's just look up a tariff. All right, and look at all the recent news articles popping up just from putting that word in, you know. But a tariff are taxes imposed by one country on goods imported from another country. Tariffs are trade barriers that raise prices, reduce available quantities of goods and services for U.S. businesses and consumers, and create an economic burden on foreign exporters. So it creates a burden on everybody, man, you know, except those at the very top. OK, so essentially these are taxes, all right, imposed by America on these various other countries where we get all these goods from, as she just highlighted in that video. And it's going to put a burden on the people exporting those goods. This is going to lead to problems. And then it's going to put a burden, all right, on these U.S. companies, you know, that are selling the goods and services to you people. And then you consumers are going to have to deal with that burden, man. You know, and she mentioned a lot of different things that are about to get a lot more expensive.
We have refrigerators, air conditioners, our wood and paper product imports. That's all import or Canada.
And interesting thing about this list, this is everything on here. This is more than 50%. So more than 50% of these, everything that she's pretty much going over comes from these other countries, man. So by default, you can expect prices to get a lot higher. See, a lot of you people thought Trump was going to save you. But as soon as he got up in there, man, he pretty much started signing all these different executive orders, you know, putting tariffs on people, you know, really about to bring holy hell on this place, man. You know, and a lot of you people that thought Trump was going to make this place better. Well, what's actually happening, right? What's actually taking place, you know? All right, let's grab this real quick. This is Revelation 6:6, the GNT. It says, I heard what sounded like a voice coming from among the four living creatures, which said, a quart of wheat for a day's wage, and 3 quarts of barley for a day's wages, but do not damage the olive trees and the vineyards, which, you know, in the KJV, it says the oil and the wine, which ultimately goes into, you know, this truth, you know, this doctrine going out. All right. It's not speaking of an actual olive tree or wine because, I mean, hell, even those things are going to get taxed. And she mentioned in this video, alcohol or beer, I believe she said, from Mexico. So it's going into this truth is going to be untouched, man. This truth is, the scriptures say you can't do anything against the truth but for it, you know. And this message, this warning that we give to our people is what's ultimately going to get them that hope to make it through these times, man. Because without Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, and these hard times are going to break, all right, majority of you people, man, you know. And you thought that Trump was going to save this place, but as soon as he got in office, man, within his first fucking day of being in there, he showed you what type of time he's on, man. He's about to make this shit hell for you people, you know. It says, then the Lamb broke open the fourth seal, and I heard the fourth living creature say, come. I looked, and there was a pale-colored horse. Its rider name was Death, and Hades, or Hell, followed close behind. They were given authority over 1/4 of the earth to kill by means of war, famine, disease, and wild animals. And these are the things that have grown on the planet Earth, and is what's going to be responsible for a lot. A lot of you people been put to death in these times, man, unalived. And that's why I started off with the first initial video.
Eggs,
The spread of bird flu.
This bird flu, you know, which is causing all of these egg shortages, prices skyrocketing due to the outbreak, you know. And even when I go to my local grocery store, You know what I'm saying? Well, one of the particular ones I go to, they still haven't put the, the healthier eggs that you can get, pasteurized or slakia, pasteurized or free range. They're just out of those. They just got the regular ass, white eggs up there. But nonetheless, the point being is that this shortage, all right, is taking effect, and it's not just going to be the eggs, man. It's going to be everything. That's why I grabbed the preset, because it's going to be a day's wage, literally, just to put a meal on the table. One meal on the table, man. That's how bad it's getting. That's what these tariffs, the diseases that they make, or that they weaponize to call all of these recalls on the food, shortages on the food, all of these things are going to lead to hyperinflation, man. Right? And bad times on this place, man. It's going to be very hard to get food, man. It's going to be very hard to get food, water, basic necessities, man, are going to be hard to come across. These are the times where scriptures speak of great tribulation. And you got Nero, you got Trump's ass up in there, man, and he's making good on the things that he said. You know what I'm saying? As far as pretty much bringing hell on this place.
I made a list of things that
like I said,
get more expensive.
She pretty much outlined it in this video, man. There's a lot of things that are going to start skyrocketing in price, All right. You could go do the research. I'm sure to be many things, man, many basic things that we get on a daily basis is going to be affected, But these are those times to where death and hell, man, are going to ravish through this place, Okay. And even when you deal with that bird flu,
The spread of bird flu.
all right. Initially they said it wasn't transmitting to humans.
And one person
But now there's particular strands that can not only, be transmitted to humans from, animals, but it also can cause a death. You have one death due to this, man. And all it takes is a simple mutation of the strain where it will be causing deaths amongst the population of people, man. And they said the mortality rates will be 25 to 50%. So scriptures has told you, man, that many people are about to die due to war, famine, disease, and wild animals, man. So while you people are playing games thinking the words of the Heavenly Father, that are going out by the warnings from the prophets are a joke, well, he's showing you in full color, in real time that, no, this is it. This is really what's happening, man. So I really wanted to do this brief lesson, because prices are going to get a lot more expensive. Times are going to get much harder on the earth, man. And that Trump was not your savior. Matter of fact, we'll grab this and close out, because a lot of you fucking proud ass diehard American patriots, you thought that Trump was going to get in there and you was just going to take this as liberty and an opportunity to oppress the hell out of a fucking so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. You thought you was just going to be able to flex up on us and, openly call somebody the hard R and get away with it. That's really what y'all wanted, to make America white again. But this is all going to backfire and it's going to affect you people, man. This place is going to be a fucking prison, a prison camp, it's going to be bad, man. All right. And you people can thank Trump, all right, and this administration, for these things that's coming, man, because this dude ain't slowing down. You know what I'm saying? He's going full fledged with it. And Lord willing, he do, man. All right. 1 Thessalonians 5:3. It says, for they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And you people were saying, oh, well, Trump gets in office, he's going to stop the war in Ukraine. He's going to stop the war, with Israel. Man, hey, man, complete opposite is happening. This place is further souring their relations with their allies, because now they want to cut back on the amount of American personnel over there. And they want those NATO country members to ultimately pay up, for keeping the American troops over there, man. They want them to do particular things to ultimately like I said, to pay for those troops being over there. But as you can see, there's a lot of things that are playing out, man. And ultimately, these times that are on the earth, all right, are used, because it's going to be a lot of judgment and death and sorrows, man. You know, you people are about to be met with a lot of sorrows. You thought it was bad now, trying to make ends meet, you know, working, you know, 2 jobs, maybe 3, you know, while in school, while trying to do this, while trying to do that. Hey, it's going to get a lot worse, man. But the elect are going to be good through these times, man, because we put our faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. You know, he's not going to leave us high and dry in these times. You know, he's going to get us through these because we put our trust in him, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much the point. You know, I'm going to go ahead and close out and give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. DTA Wa Ba Ba Ba. Shalom.